Greetings, Pisces. Thanks for joining me. This is your reading for this full moon today, or tonight, or today. In Cancer, full moon in Cancer. Interesting times. Feels like things have kind of been building up to a level of intensity leading up to this moon. Today we're opening the reading. I've got a shortened Celtic cross, but we're opening it with a paragraph from a randomly picked page. Let's see what we get. Oh my goodness, this is interesting. This is from a book, one of my favorite books, this Taschen book, Book of Symbols. Very lyrical, so amazingly written, but it's full of incredible artwork from antiquities, going back through the centuries, contemporary as well. It's an amazing book. What we opened it up at randomly, we get claw and nail for you, Pisces. That is interesting. Right. In concentric curves of mineral in space, an artist has elegantly captured the structure of a raptor's talon. Interesting. Beautifully designed. The beautifully designed bird claw was cut from sheet mica about 2 millennia ago. This is this image here. Beautiful claw. This ornament from the Native American Hopewell culture embodies the fierce efficiency of the claw for clutching and tearing flesh, for ripping, piercing, and manipulating, Pisces. The claw's versatile potency has made it a talisman in many early cultures. I'll just read a little bit more because I think this is quite interesting. Claws are animals' natural tools for digging and climbing, defense and killing of prey. The shape of the claws in a particular species represents an evolutionary adaptation to its hunting and food gathering habits. Bears, like eagles, have long, curved claws for catching fish. Chickens have short, sturdy claws for scratching the ground. Cats have retractable claws that are implicated in balance, jumping, climbing, playing, and hunting. The claws that developed into the hoof of quadrupeds, designed for fast running, and into the nails of primates and humans that protect the fingers and toes, allow for greater purchase when grasping and serve as weapons and tools. Interesting that it came open at claws and nails. Okay, let's get into it. Shortened Celtic cross. We come out, Pisces, with the devil card. Yes, the devil. Of course, we know about the devil's sort of connotations of personal sort of bondage and all that sort of thing, limitations, rah-rah. In the Thoth deck, it really is about living fully, full capacity, being able to enjoy the fruits of this amazing earth that we live on. At the same time, we do see our attachments to particular, whether they be thought forms or attachment to things that can sometimes be annoying, sometimes can be obstacles. Nothing wrong with attachments, though. The devil in this case is crossed by this gorgeous Queen of Wands, who's overcome many hurdles. I do see that as a Pisces who really has come into understanding how to fully express here, because the Queen is very direct, very willful, ego-driven. Of course, ego is the vehicle by which we make our way through the world to a certain degree. It's nice to understand our ego, our intentions, our motivations. The basis of this reading is the Queen of Cups, which really is a very Piscean card. Very Neptunian card. A wonderful queen, this Queen of Cups. There are a lot of mirrors in here, and there are a lot of mirrors. There are a lot of reflective surfaces within the Queen's nature. So I guess symbolically we want to understand what our projections are in this material, in this physical world. Recent past, Pisces, we will go through and clarify. We get the Two of Discs, a card of balance, of being in the process of making some kind of decision, but at the same time we're just holding off for a bit here. We're holding off for a bit. We're keeping balance while there's a lot going on around us, is what I get. Current position, maybe we're wrestling a little bit with our own self-limitation. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of what potentially we are overly attached to here in the Devil, because that connects with the Eight of Swords. All the eights are very mental, and being the Eight of Swords, this is the ultimate in it can be, you know, like about self-sabotage or just understanding your limiting behaviours, of which we all have. There's a level of feeling limited, and yet we're not, in the Eight of Swords. Moving forward, we get the beautiful Strength card. We have overcome. There is some level of victory here, because in order to tame, as we see in the Thoth deck, Strength is called lust. In order to tame the seven-headed beast, we have needed to really get in there quite deeply to look at our own process. You know, how do we see ourselves? How do we see our all the different aspects of ourselves emotionally, psychically, spiritually? You know, how do we understand this? How do we tame our inner beast? So moving forward, that's really good. So let's just have a wee look at the Devil here. Ooh, did that go, Pisces? It just flew out. We get two cards. Maybe pennies dropped for you somewhere in regards to something, in regards to maybe how you go about getting what you want. Maybe a penny has dropped. So we're looking at this Devil. We get the Star card, which is a healing card. Which is a healing card. We're bridging between earth and heavens here. And there is an alchemy going on, you know, the pouring of the water. This is very Aquarian card. There is an alchemy going on. There's a healing going on. In a literal sense, it can mean dreams and wishes being fulfilled and coming true. It comes with the Ace of Swords. You've had some sort of penny drop or epiphany here about your attachments, about how you want to go out and get, how you do go and get what you need and what you want. Maybe you're having a review of how you do this. The basis of it is the Queen of Cups. The potential in all of this for a very reflective, to be sort of diverted by reflection, by mirroring. There's a real sort of, I do think, a real what would you say, investigation of this, Pisces, at the moment for you. Yeah, I'm just getting too many cards. We've got the 8, another 8. 8 of Cups. we've worked hard for this. We've worked hard. We've got 8 cups here, but we're walking away. This really, I mean, that's in a literal sense, I guess. What we want is a level of detachment in order to understand here for you, in order to fully understand what your truth is within this scenario with the devil and the Queen of Wands, and how you go out into the world and get what you need. There's a review of this, and I think a need to be detached, to step aside for a moment. And I think too, we get the 5 of Swords. There is some conflict here. There's some internal conflict, Pisces. It's something that's going on within you in terms of the way that you go about getting what you need. You've needed to just step away a little bit and not objectify, but be a little bit more detached and objective about this. Okay, let's look at the 8 of Swords in the current position for Pisces. We get the 7 of Swords. As we said before, the 8 of Swords, in a nutshell, is about feeling like you're limited or bound by something, circumstance or whatever, by your own mind, usually. And yet you're not. Those boundaries, the fences that we put up that we could extend or expand upon. Often we don't because of fear. I mean, it's usually is fear, and we all feel that. So we get the 7 at times. We get the 7 of Swords. Self-sabotorial card. All the 7s are really about assessing things. And maybe you're in a zone at the moment where you are looking at, what have been or are the things that have held you back from going forth, possibly, as the Queen does, and making things happen and getting what she wants. There does seem to be quite a clear message here for you, Pisces. Let's have a look at strength moving forward for Pisces. I should sit up straight, shouldn't I? Clarify, please, the strength card for Pisces, which is overcoming. Look, moving forward, this is this is great. So we get the Knight of Pentacles, the great organizer, manager, and is moving in several worlds all at once, doing this management of the seeds that have already been planted. We get that pretty organized is the Knight, and speedy. We get it with strength again, and we also get Temperance. Look, there is a time. This is playing out as it needs to, clearly, but there is a time involved here. As I said with the Star, where was that with the Star? Clarifying to a point the Devil at the beginning and the center of this reading. As I said, there is an alchemy occurring here in the Temperance card. By that I mean there's a process, there's a timing involved in this. In managing ego, psyche, all of the different aspects of yourself as a soul, as a person, you're learning a lot, Pisces. I think you're learning. I mean, you're on some learning curve here, is what I feel. Is what it seems to be. And So let's see, what has Kim Cran's got? Excuse me, we get Kim Cran's beautiful turtle. Look, other people don't always see, what's underneath here, but there's a lot of amazing colour. There's a lot of great stuff going on. It reminds me, I was in this card, actually, it does remind me of this, but I was in the garden the other day and a snail dropped from somewhere on my leg. It was just moving its way down my leg. But I thought, why is it like the snail is always said to be so slow, Because when it was on my leg and moving, it actually was moving incredibly quickly. I guess it's a flat surface. What might feel like it's taking a long time, whatever this is for you, remember these are incredibly general readings, Pisces. But whatever's happening for you, it's happening faster than what you think at this time. With the journey map, we get the Monast. I love this card, number 19. And this week I'm reading from my book, the Monast. Objectivity, awareness within and without, detachment. Again, there's a level of detachment all the way through this reading. The monast knows what it requires to walk in the world, to work and keep business ticking over while retaining personal discipline of mind, body and spirit. She encourages a sense of detachment and tells us that this increases and enhances our ability to give and receive. She also tells us this will create an internal space of calm and peace within us, allowing objectivity and comfort to reside within our busy mind. She has gone within to find his own personal truth, a challenge yet a necessity in creating an internal sanctuary in this hectic and fast-moving world. We live in the world. We are part of the world. Ideally, we don't lose ourselves to the world. That's when, we get stressed and no time and rah, rah, rah. No one gives us time. We give ourselves time. And sometimes the universe gives us time. Temperance, moving forward. So on that note, Pisces. What am I talking about? Take care. Have a wonderful week and see you next time. Cheery.